Well, it's important to look your best on the road, and that's not lost on the Wizards. Here they are, coming into the arena earlier on. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, take it away.
Thanks very much. Now, guys, at the end of this season, there is a potential opt-out of the collective bargaining agreement. And after seeing star players hold out, some wonder if that will be exercised. Commissioner Silver says we have a common interest to ensure that contracts are honored. Those are issues we can approach collectively. Kevin?
As is always the best case. David, thank you. This game will probably be something of a chess match, don't you think, Greg? Both these squads love to run intelligent half-court strategies.
Yeah, you can expect to see some interesting playmaking as these squads try to open each other up and create opportunities to score.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. We've got DeLon Wright. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Porzingis. And there's Davis. And it's Gafford in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Cleveland, the defensive pair in the post, Mobley and Allen. Garland is out there with Mitchell. And it's Okoro in at the 3, the small forward. He gets it in there.
Yeah, there's a feel that Porzingis has to the game, and the more comfortable he is in these kind of settings, he'll rack up some assists.
Mobley misses. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Washington Wizards. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
Now Davis, following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell.
And he gets a lot of praise for his jumper, but Davis can also play above the rim.
2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards' name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history.
Back to Davis. Here's the 3. He doesn't hit that one. And Cleveland the other way now. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start off the game. And it's Wright missing.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Garland, rebounded by the Wizards. Kuzma with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Chicago.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
They get it again. Allen passes to Mobley. Porzingis with the steal. Kuzma left side. A three-pointer off the mark. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Allen. Porzingis with the steal. And Davis wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple. And so Allen will bring it up now for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 4-point game. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The Wizards have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Davis. Jarrett Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Garland finds Mitchell. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Porzingis. Greg, an outstanding score. Donovan Mitchell takes it to another level in the playoffs, doesn't he?
And Kevin, how about all of his averages go up come playoff time? Spider is a guy who wants the limelight, and like other stars, takes on more of a load in the postseason.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Wade, he's checked in for Evan Mobley. Karis LeVert comes in for Isaac Okoro. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Garland. Now, here's Kispert. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. Lets it go from 11. Jared Allen grabs the miss. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Wade feeling it out a bit. Passes to Mitchell. Fires from deep. The Cavaliers with another miss.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
The shot, no good. And Washington the other way now.
2 minutes.
Here's Wright. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
Back in 2017, Denny played professionally in his home country, representing Israeli basketball. He was a stud.
First one falls for him. And for Avdia, he managed Brent to rack up 3 consecutive Israeli League championships.
Yeah, he really was the go-to guy. He became the youngest MVP in league history at the tender age of 19. So doing all of that before entering the 2020 draft had a lot of NBA teams intrigued that, look, this guy has played in big games and in big moments. Could he do that for us?
Here's Osman. Kicks it out to Rubio. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
They can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
Let's show some love for your powerhouse dance team.
Wizards leading by 7. Down low, here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. On the wing, Morris. No points in the game yet for him.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
Good on the shot. Morris has got his second bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Timeout called Cleveland. GA, it wasn't long ago that the Cavs were an afterthought in the NBA.
Well, not anymore. I mean, Cleveland has a tremendous young roster. They play some of the toughest D in the NBA, and they're only going to get better in the years to come.
Rubio misses. Here's Washington. They're on an 18-3 run right now. Kispert, the pass to Nunn. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And here's Nunn. Morris, left side. Pass to Porzingis. Over Wade. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Your Cavaliers.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. Team is pumped up.
Please give a big round of applause to your
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Wizards.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Porzingis is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Davis in at the 2-guard spot. Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Timeout called, Cleveland. I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Something that the Wizards struggled with last year, Brent, was a lack of consistency.
Yeah, constantly shifting the rosters and starting lineups. Obviously a new coach, so tactically some different things being deployed. You've got to find a dependable foundation, and training camp in the early part of the season for this team, really, really important.
Morris passes to Kuzma. Here's the pass to Porzingis. Out to Kuzma. From outside, off the mark. And here are the Cavaliers. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button that we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, diehard fans in the DMV, to wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks. Here's Morris. Darius Garland picking up that last basket. To the paint. Gafford trying to break free.
Yeah, don't settle for all the jump shots if you got that size and that ability. Kuzma getting to the rim.
Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. They get the rebound. Allen kicks to Mobley. And the rejection by Gafford. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Another miss by Kuzma. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Shots good by Mitchell.
And understanding where to run to in transition. Mitchell is very opportunistic when the break is on.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards.
And you figured once Gobert was traded, it was a matter of time before Mitchell was moved as well. You knew a team would jump at the chance to add him. And here we are now. A new start with a starring role for Donovan Mitchell.
Green, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Karis LeVert comes in for Mitchell. And a switcher also for Washington. Lights checked in. Mobley against Kuzma. Wright outside. Over Garland. And Wright gets it to go on the assist by Kuzma. And the Wizards lead by 20.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Davis against Allen. Trying to get open is Kuzma. Excellent D there from Allen. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. The three from Garland. Hands it from downtown. Garland's got 7 points.
This story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Back to Morris. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Garland with the bucket.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Right outside. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Davis. From 11 feet away. Mobley with the block. Green passes to Garland. The dish to Allen. Misses the baby hook.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Wright finds Morris.